Okay, so I guess I'm a kind of an accidental game designer. I'm actually a PhD student in art history, although I must say that as my job as a lecturer in Brazil at the Unisinos University, one of the programs that I teach is the game development program. But that's also more of an accident than anything else. So this game that I'm going to present is a board game, the Currency Lab, and I created it because I really kind of wanted to have people learn more about alternative currencies, and I thought a game would be a much nicer way than just having like a talk or like showing some kind of slides, PowerPoint, something like that. And then with the game, people could really engage into the subject. And because most people don't know much about alternative currencies, they know about, they live in their lives, there's lots of money involved, like euro or whatever other currency that you're familiar with. And if I ask like an audience like you about what's your experience or your examples that come to your mind about alternative currencies, what you have to tell me? Okay.
Chicken.
Chickens? Who said chickens? Chickens, okay. I want to talk to you later about the chicken currency.
It's an ancient currency.
Yeah. So Bitcoin, right now Bitcoin is a very popular kind of alternative currency that is in the buzz, in the news, and people heard about it. So who here heard about Bitcoin? Mostly, okay. Who here heard about the Virgo? Aha, one person. What about frequent flyer miles? They're actually considered a type of currency, and they're exchanged for many things today, not just for seats in an airplane, but you can actually donate and buy other things with your frequent flyer miles. And apparently, all the frequent flyer miles in circulation or that exist there today is about $700 billion. So that's quite a lot of money in miles. And the Virgo, that I can't really pronounce that well, is actually a currency from Austria, our neighbor, and it was developed when there was a very bad recession and there was no shillings going around, and people couldn't do anything basically because they didn't have money, and they wanted to, let's say, they maybe raised chickens and people wanted to eat chickens, but nobody had the money to buy the chickens, so maybe they just had to get rid of the chickens. And then the mayor decided to create this currency, and it has a really nice feature. If you look at the little stamps, so it kind of rotted. You had to every week or so, or every month. I don't remember this one actually. Let's see. Every month, yeah. So every month you had to put a little stamp, otherwise it will devaluate. It will have this negative interest built into it. And then people used it really fast. They didn't want to keep it. They wanted to use it because otherwise it would lose its value. So that's kind of an interesting feature of this currency. And this is the currency from Brazil, where I'm from. And it's the Cubo card. And it allowed lots of art to happen, like music and things in Brazil. But apparently lots of people who received this currency couldn't really do anything with it after a while. So this is a restaurant owner that has apparently 2,000 meals worth of Cubo that he cannot get rid of. So there's all this creating a currency is really not an easy task. It's very, very hard. And even the currencies that we have now, like the euro and the dollars and everything else, are really flawed. They have lots of problems, and we should be able to create something better. And the game, the Currency Lab, is about that. So in the game, everybody's a currency designer. I think I have another example. These examples, by the way, are from this little book that comes with the game. So so you can read about examples of currencies from the past and from the present, and know get some inspiration about what's going on, and how could you overcome challenges that come your way as a currency designer in the game. So maybe they're similar to some challenges that were already faced and maybe successfully overcome or not. So this is a current currency that happens right now in Kenya, the Bangla Pesa, and it had like a rough start because the government thought it was counterfeit money, which it wasn't. It was a completely different type of money, but they still like put the people in jail and stuff like that. So, but they were, you know, they what did they do? Like, who of you have done a crowdfunding campaign? That's what they did. They did a crowdfunding campaign, and they got some money and lots of, media, so they could get lawyers, get the people out of jail, relaunch the currency from the start, and now it's going, and it seems really promising, actually. So, this is the test, kind of first test play of the currency lab. That was at this year's at the Transmediale. And in the game, you get to be the currency designer, like I said, and your currency has kind of funny names. So, for example, it can be knowledge box or a new communism, and it's like it's a big surprise what the name of your currency will be. That's one of the fun things of the game, and that can actually inspire you on the way, to fight those challenges that come your way. So here are some of the challenges. So the game has challenge cards and then strategy cards that you use to fight, overcome the challenges. So, it can have like really difficult challenges, like the government is about to declare your currency illegal, like, what happened in Kenya. Or maybe people think your currency is against their religious beliefs. And as far as I know, that hasn't happened yet to any currency, but it's totally possible that this, could be a challenge for a currency in the future. So here's some strategies that you can use. So get famous people to praise your currency. Or also you can get a grant by framing your currency as an art project. That's really useful. Some currencies have used those strategies. Actually, they're based on real things that happen to currencies. And some are maybe, new ideas. And you can actually devise your own strategy. So you can really be creative. If none of the strategies there you think are the best, you can make your own. And the card before is also, maybe you also get a bonus instead of a challenge. It's not, the path to a successful currency is really hard, but good things can happen. So maybe, there is a recession, people don't have money, and they really need to use your alternative currency. Right? So that's a really good thing that can happen to your currency. So the game, like I said, is a board game, but you print it yourself. So it comes as a PDF that you download. There's a black and white version that is featured here and the color version. I think I brought kind of like a mix of those by accident, actually, to play it tonight. I was going to bring just the color version, but I think I mixed it a little bit. But you can download your copy, and it's like pay what you want. So you can pay 0 and then it's free, or you can pay something else and then that's what you pay. And right now at this site that I'm using to distribute, it only accepts Euro, but if you want to pay with Bitcoin or something else, I'll be very, very happy to accept that. Dogecoin, I accept everything, chickens, anything you want. Actually, I'm really interested in more like smaller quail. I'm thinking about raising quail, so I only have a balcony, so I don't really have space for chickens. I wish I did, maybe soon. What else? Oh, okay, and this is for today. We're gonna test also the game pieces. They are also gonna come in the future release of the game. Right now you only get the PDF, but you will get also the files to 3D print your game pieces. These are the first tests. I'm already thinking about the better ones. They're supposed to be like a test tube, like the logo. Yeah, they might get a little bit evolved before they are released, but we're gonna test them and figure out if they're good. That's the last slide. So I'm a bit ahead of time, doesn't matter. This is coinspiration.org is the website where the game is available. And if you want to contact me, I'm Lenara at lenara.com. Yes, and I think we're doing one of the tables over there. There's like a little sign saying, right? Next to the bar. So we're gonna be playing the currency lab. If you wanna, become a currency designer for a couple of minutes tonight, you're very welcome to come and help me improve the game. Yeah, and it's really nice to have, people with lots of game design experience who give hints, because like I said, I'm an accidental designer of games, so I'll be very happy with your feedback. And if you have any questions right now, you can ask me as well.